Hello everybody, Jessica here, welcoming you back for another amazing workout. Today's workout is going to be seated lower body and core. We're going to be really focusing on developing strength through the legs, working on gentle strengthening and toning throughout the core while making sure that we stay very low back friendly and of course improving mobility throughout this workout. We are completely seated today, so you do need your chair. I also have a fabric loop band here with me today. If you have more of the rubber style band, that will work just fine. If all you have is a longer band, you will copy the exercises simply holding it into place. And of course, if no equipment is the best option for your body here today, you will still be getting an amazing workout with no band at all. So go ahead, grab your chair, your band. It never hurts to have some water handy. We are going to get warmed up right now. Okay, band starts to the back of the chair or somewhere where you can get it. We're going to take a few minutes here to warm up the body, make sure those muscles are moving really well and that there is enough warmth and oxygen in there so that you feel good after the workout. Start here with a gentle right foot toe tap. Great job. Let those shin muscles warm up. I did say lower body, so we will be working on foot and ankle strength here today. Once that gets tired, pop it over to that left side. Beautiful job here. Now you can go back and forth working them, or you can just work for 2 really long sets on each side. So if you need to go back and forth maybe 3 or 4 more times, that is fine. Just once this left leg gets tired, take it back here to that right foot. And while you're working there, go ahead and evaluate what that low back is doing. Make sure that you have a neutral spine. Belly button is in between the rib cage and the hips. If you're with me, switch it over to this left foot. Great job here. Starting off nice and easy, we will pick up the intensity and the pace here, just a few more seconds. Let them get tired. Go ahead, bring it here. Calf raises. Little bit of a swing for the arms, little bit of a push, maybe an outward reach. Just get them moving. It's going to help us bring that body temperature up, get everything nice and warm, maybe help us burn a few extra calories. Lean yourself back against the back of your chair and let's go ahead, take windshield wipers here. Maybe a few slow ones to start and then pick up that pace. Feel a little bit of light movement through the hips and the knees. Making sure they feel good today too. You can stay leaned against the back of your chair if you would like to warm up those core muscles a bit more. You can float yourself up a little bit but still stay slightly leaned back. We're gonna take kicks here. Great job. So resting on the back of your chair or hovering just above it a little bit. Core muscles pulling up and in. And that is gonna be the rule for the duration of the workout. We do not wanna distend through those abdominal muscles, pushing pressure out. We wanna make sure that we are controlling any sort of pressure that we're putting through the core muscles by engaging them up and in. So we want to think about pulling in that inner corset rather than stretching and pushing it forward, right? I've never heard anyone say, I would like my front abs to hang further forward. Beautiful job here. Let's take this 2-step outs. 1 leg at a time. Again, slow, easy start through the hips. And then if you can, pick up that pace. Maybe add in some arms. Hopefully you're getting warm. It is a chilly time of year, so maybe warm means just a little less cold. Few more here, and we're gonna go into jumping jacks. So let's go 4, 3, 2, and 1. 1 leg at a time or 2. Try to keep the knees over the ankles. Try to get these arms as big as you can comfortably. Great job. Last warm-up exercise here. We're gonna go into a jump rope, encouraging those core muscles to show up. 4 more jacks. 3, 2, and 1. Now see if you can just lightly tap those toes on the floor. Bring those knees up. You should feel those core muscles working. You're not leaning against the back of the chair unless you need to take that modification. Feel those thigh muscles, hips getting nice and warm. Little bit quicker here if you can. I'm already getting out of breath. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, hopefully everything is moving really well. If you need a few extra stretches, of course that's okay. Just go ahead and pause this and come right back to it. So band will start all the way around those feet and middle of the foot there. So maybe underneath the arch. That can be sensitive if you're barefoot, so modify if you need to. Keeping the knees in place if you need something to squeeze, a yoga block, a towel, or you can just put the hands here. Turn the right toe out. So you're gonna lift the ball of the foot, tap it out, and tap it in. Try not to, I'm all super out of breath after that warm up. Great job through there. Try not to let this knee start buckling in. If you need to decrease your range of motion or tension from the band, bring those legs closer together and turn out just a little bit less. Great job here. We're not worried about numbers here today. Take a break if you need to. I will take less repetitions with good form here today than to take more repetitions with poor form. So really challenge yourself to stay strong through the movement. Hopefully it's getting tired. Let's switch it over to that left side. Could be different, could be the same. Remember, good form throughout. We're challenging our strength here today. It's not about getting as many as we can. It's about doing as many as we can really well. So if you need to take a break, pause for a few seconds and then come right back into it. And when you're too tired to do it this way, modify. Slower movement, smaller movement. And of course, if at any time you need to today, substitute in a completely different exercise. Great job here. Keep going. You're only going to see this once today. Make sure those knees are not starting to buckle in. It gets harder to do as those muscles start getting tired, especially on that weaker side. Let's go here, option 2 or 3 more, maybe 1. Go with what feels good for you. Great job there. All right, feet are going to extend forward. Walk those hips a little bit forward in your chair. You can lean back here. You're going to press this right foot down. Left foot is gonna come a little bit further forward. You're gonna roll this band up and down using the top of the foot. You should feel a little bit of shin strengthening here. So as you start to lift that foot, a little bit of tension comes in the band. If it's not enough, take it wider. That's gonna get intense pretty quick. Equal spacing through the feet and the knees. And at the same time too, if you need to back off of it a little bit, closer together is a great place to start. Let your body be where it's at here today. We're gonna go for 3 or less more here. Switch them, so left foot steps back, right foot forward and out. Feel just a little bit of tension on that band. Lift the ball of the foot, heel stays down. Getting all the small things out of the way here first. 3 more, or however many you have left with good form. That's the kicker here today. That is the trick. Go ahead, step it back. We're gonna take this band and slide it up and around. right to the outside of the ankles. You're gonna step those feet wide, turn the balls of the feet in, keep those knees out. If you need to block with the hands, that's okay. We're gonna take calf raises here, so try to get those feet underneath you best you can. This is one that I like a little bit better with the rubber bands. They just work a little bit better into this placement, but do the best you can if you've got your fabric band like I do. Up, toes are staying on the floor, so I'm noticing that my right foot wants to roll out to the pinky edge. It's trying to get away from some of that work. This is my weaker side, so just kind of try to pay attention here and aware of what's happening. It's also trying to slide forward. The body's always gonna want to go to those stronger muscles, and we need these weaker ones to start catching up and doing their fair share of work. 3 or less more. Great job. Plant to that right foot. You're gonna send those hips forward again. Go ahead and lean yourself back. Band can come up around the shins and get off of those ankles. And we're going to extend this left leg long. Point those toes, and we're gonna pulse it out here. Let's switch it over to the right. Step that left foot in. Right toes out here. So I'm going for a count of 10 with these. Again, more or less depending on how you feel and how that form is going for you. Beautiful job there. Go ahead and set that down. Tuck this right foot a little bit further back. Come to the ball of the foot or the toes on the left. Extend and touch down. Now this is one of the places where I like the fabric band better because it is less likely to roll. So right, pros and cons with any equipment that you use. Feel those core muscles assisting you here. Final 2. Option for 2, of course. Set that left leg in. Right toes come out. And same thing here. You're anchoring with that left leg, so hold nice and strong. Extend. You do not have to come all the way into a full extension in that knee joint if that's sensitive for you. Final 2. We're gonna go into a little bit of booty work. Great job, set it on down. Okay, it is really hard to work these glute muscles in a seated position because they are a extender of the hip, and they also lower us back down. So they propel us forward and also decelerate us. So things like squats, lunges, things like that are really effective for glutes, but we are gonna get into them here. It's going to be a little tricky getting into position, but don't sweat it. Just keep yourself comfortable. You're gonna swivel yourself over onto the right hip. Step that right foot down and lean against the back of your chair right away, tailbone tuck, because I want to make sure that those low back muscles are not working. Left leg is going to come off strong, off of this left hip, and you're going to push back. Oh my goodness, you should feel that glute muscle fire up. You can take it a little bit higher and tap down if you need to. Make sure that you're not rolling and moving through the rib cage. It's only happening in the leg. You're pushing back against the band. Oh, and it's so tough. Hang in here, take the band off if you need to. 2 more. You're only doing this once, I promise. Oh, great job. Go ahead, switch it around, roll yourself to that left hip, same side. And of course, if you hate this, if it doesn't feel good in your body, just modify, pick a different exercise. Keep yourself moving, that's all we need here today. tailbone tuck. We do not want the low back working. Focus here. Find the movement where you can get that work. Press against the band. Good. Extension of the hip. And 10, beautiful job. Release and bring it on in. Great job with that one. Go ahead, take this band, slide it up over the knees. You want to make sure you're completely clear of the knee joint. So just for clarification there, that is not the kneecap. It is also just a few inches behind the kneecap where that femur is now connecting in, sitting on top of tibia and fibia. So you just don't want to mess with the knees, right? Nice and strong here. Step this right leg out, up and over with the left arm, back in. Move them separately or together. That's up to you. Option for 10. Feel those core muscles work. Remember, we're pulling them in. Almost there with this workout here today. Last one here. Same thing, other side. Final 2. And 10, beautiful job. Back to that right leg. We're gonna reach down for the floor, pulling the right knee up and in, aiming for center of the chest. It does not need to touch, that's just the direction we're going. Okay, so good deep breath in here. Exhale, core muscles pull up and in, pull against that band, release. Little bit of hip flexor here. Make sure it feels good. Got one more. We're going to switch over to that left side. Things are getting a little spicy. That's okay. Modify it if you need to. Feeling that core work. Pull them in. Final 2. Beautiful job here. All right, good news. And maybe not so good news. We're not done, but we are taking the band off. So go ahead, take this. You could leave it on, but it is going to be really tough for those thighs. So I'll leave that up to you. I'm gonna take mine off here. Scoot on over to that right hip. We are going to take our seated side plank. So right hand to the side of the chair or a block if you need it. We are going to extend out. Now, because we are working on core, I want you to pull those ribs up. Feel the core muscles lightly engage. Left arm comes up. Start to lean that body over without dropping that rib cage, so we're not dumping here. And then maybe you lift that left leg. Hold here. We're going for 10 seconds, but you take a break if you need to. You can lower the foot if you need to. 3, 2, 1. Beautiful job. Last exercise here. We're going to take the same thing on the right side. Take your time setting up. If you feel more comfortable, you can take this one standing. Fill in some space here. Give yourself a little bit longer base if you need to. Keeping it quick here. Pull those rib cages up. Right arm up. Lower yourself down. Feel those core muscles engage. Remember, pulling in. Lift the right leg. I didn't forget about you. 3, 2, and 1. Bring it back in. A wonderful job. Hug this right knee in. You can take it from the front or underneath. Ankle circles here. Really quick cool down here today. We focused on that strength. Reverse those ankle circles with the little bit of time that we had here today. But if you happen to have extra time, go ahead and follow this up with some additional stretching. If you do not have time in your day, then I am willing to bet that you are going to be moving around using those legs, and they will continue to loosen up as you move throughout your day. Try to add in some little gentle stretches here and there when you can, if you happen to think of it. Make sure that you're able to pay attention so that you're not focusing on the movements. But, if you can just take a couple calf raises, maybe shake out the feet a little bit, stretch the ankles, a couple circles here and there, a few little leg kicks, whatever you can, just to keep them loosened up and moving. Back to those windshield wipers here. A very busy time of year. Holidays are coming up, so I encourage you to keep the consistency of your routine. Show up for these workouts. If you need to select shorter ones, that's okay, because even 10 or 20, 30% of your effort is going to still take that baby steps on moving you ahead. Send those hips wide, ease it forward here. So showing up for 10% of the time, 20% of the time, 30% of the time is ultimately going to be better than showing up for no percent of the time and now you're out of the habit of it. So best you can, if all you have is 5 minutes, take a quick walk, take a quick yoga flow. If all you have is 10 minutes, some quick cardio, quick yoga, whatever you need that day, but really try to stay in the habit of getting that time for your fitness and movement in 3 to 4 times a week. Roll it on up. Make sure everything feels good. Good deep breath in. And then exhale, slowly let it out. Hopefully everything feels nice and relaxed. Those legs are one workout closer to being just a little bit stronger. Core muscle, nice and functional workout there for them today. So wonderful job. Thank you so much for joining me for this workout. I do enjoy our time here together. I love all the comments and thumbs up and seeing the interactions, and I really appreciate it. So meet me back here for the next amazing workout. A wonderful job here today. I will look forward to suggestions for the shorter workouts if you have them, and of course if not, I will be hard at work thinking of them for us through this busy holiday season. But wonderful job here today. Great way to show up, get some of that strength in, keep taking good care of yourselves, and as always, thanks for watching.